Hello everybody, this is the Twins of Destruction, Destruction Extraordinaires, here to bring you a tutorial on how to make a lightsaber pike. This is my lightsaber pike that I designed actually a couple days ago, and I let it dry with the Sharpie so it does not smear away. There's the power button, and it leads down to everything else on the lightsaber. You can draw anything you want on said lightsaber, make the power button wherever you want, have as much or as little design as you want, but you're mainly just going to want a 1-inch PVC pipe for the base of the lightsaber. It does not matter how big the lightsaber is, if it's a pike, if it's a double-sided, or if it's a regular lightsaber. You're just going to want a 1-inch PVC pipe, and then you can draw on it whatever you want. You're actually going to want to sand down the edges for both sides of these to make them completely flush and flat too. As you can see, these are very rugged and not flat. Unless that's the design you're looking for, then go right ahead. But I'm looking for more of a professional design, so I need to clean these edges up. Okay, so basically, if your lightsaber can stand like this on a flat table on both sides, that means you're good with sanding. So that part is done. Okay, now it's time to build this lightsaber pike up. So I have some scrap PVC, these paper, or a coat hanger, clips, the scraps, all these other scraps, piece of wood, plastic, metal, and I have some craft foam and scrap Ava foam here, and we're just going to try to basically base this design, and we're going to make a lightsaber pike, so let's get to it. Make a piece that goes around the power button and will basically be slipped on over top of the PVC, or the main body of the PVC, so I'm actually going to make that out of scrap PVC. This piece out of PVC and put a slit down the middle so it can fit on like this, and then you can either leave this open or cover it up with whatever you have, but this is it. And on top I have this round rubber circle, and I made a button out of cutting a small circle out of Ava foam. Craft foam, and made 6 long pieces and 11 very short pieces for the next 2 segments. Right here is the longer pieces, 4 long ones, 2 long ones right here, and then 11 going up and down. So it's the next 2 segments. Then added this Ava foam square, and these 2 metal pieces, which I'm going to put the Ava foam square in here, the gold piece right here, and the black metal piece right here. For these next 4 rings on this lightsaber, I just crafted 4 rings that look like this that will be able to slip on to the PVC pipe. Last but not least, for these last couple strips on the bottom of the pipe, going all the way around, I have 2 wires, or 2 pieces of small wire, 3 pieces of craft foam, and 1 piece of Ava foam. And before we start painting this handle and all the pieces, I actually want to make a cut into the lightsaber hilt right there and there, because this is going to be the exhaust port coming out this way, so I kind of want to spice up the top a little bit by cutting into there. So this is the lightsaber so far. We have all the pieces on the far left with the Ava foam, the craft foam. I actually have a lid for the bottom because I'm going to close up the bottom. The 2 pieces of wire. Then we move up to the 4 rings of PVC pipe. Next is the 2 metal pieces. Even after that, a lot more foam to make a square, and then more foam to make a bunch of lines. And then near the ignition button, we have the actual ignition button, a ring around the button, and a piece of PVC that's shaped to cover right around here. I might add some things to this lightsaber, but this is basically it. But there might be like little changes, just wee little changes, but this is basically it. Now we need to figure out what color everything needs to be, including the handle itself to the ignition button. So we're going to figure that out. So all the green pieces are going to be painted black. All the metal pieces are going to stay the same color. The ignition button is going to be red. This round rubber piece is also going to be the same color. These two pieces of Avafoam are either going to be black or silver, or one of them is going to be black, one of them is going to be silver, or whatever, any of that jazz. This plug at the bottom is probably just going to be the color of whatever the base is. And this last piece of PVC is probably going to be black or whatever color the base is. As you can see, I already attached most of the lightsaber parts with just a regular hot glue gun. Gorilla Glue does not really seem to work for some reason, but hot glue really does. So just a technique that I'm using, since there's hot glue coming out all over the place, I'm actually doing that almost on purpose, or if it happens, I really just don't care. I'm going to touch it up with silver paint of any kind to make it look like welding. So that's an idea for any of your lightsaber ideas out there. So if there's hot glue that peeks out, like on these lines here, you can just cover it with silver paint to make it look like crude welding. So I'm going to get done with this lightsaber and I'll be right back with you. So this is basically the final lightsaber. Holding it upside down. And it's not completely done because we have to do weathering. So here I have some dark brown spray paint and some silver spray paint that I will be using with paper towels. The silver is going to be on the black parts, just going to graze them across with a crinkled up paper towel. You can also use newspaper, plastic bag, tin foil, whatever you have that has a rough surface. But the silver parts are going to be touched up with the brown, and the silver spray paint is going to be touched up on the brownish black parts, and so on. So you can do a lot of weathering, a little weathering. You don't even have to do weathering at all, but I just choose to do weathering because I want this to look like an old lightsaber pike that's seen a lot of battle.